My fish fam, it's Nikachu, Merfolk Master. I'm here back with my mono blue mid-range deck, featuring none other than Harbinger of the Seas, Feloon of Sea and Sky, Champions of the Shoal, Subtlety, Umar Wizard, and the Quantum Riddler. Today I'm going to be trying out maybe a little bit more of a blinky strategy. You know what? All this Stifle Knot type of interactions maybe think like, hey, what if we try to blink some of our creatures and keep them around for a little bit longer than what they usually do? So I would like to try out something like Slip Out the Back, which is an instant, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature and it phases out. Also Essence Flux for a single blue instant, exile target creature you control, then return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. If it's a spirit, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Overall, I think I would like Slip Out the Back more, but I don't know for sure, because the thing is it phases the creature out. That's not really that good with Harbinger of the Seas. I would really prefer that when my opponent is under a lot of pressure, we just blink the Harbinger of the Seas and our opponent's non-basic lands are still locked down. And also Essence Flux has the advantage that if you blink something like Champions of the Shoal, that you'll get another ETB trigger to tap something down, and also you'll get an extra card off of your Quantum Riddler. Whereas if you Slip Out the Back, it'll just get slipped out the back. But Slip Out the Back has some advantages, like if someone tries to Solitude and Ephemerate with Rebound, Ephemerate your creature in play, you can Slip Out the Back and it's just going to be gone until your next upkeep, so you have complete protection. I don't know exactly which one's going to end up being better. Let's try both of them out. I'm always choked on mana with this deck. Why don't we play with Mind Stone? This seems like fair. Like, you know, I did play a little bit with Sapphire Medallion. Some people are asking me, hey, have you ever tried out Sapphire Medallion? I actually have. Sapphire Medallion's not bad. I don't think Sapphire Medallion is bad at all. But I want to try it with some Mind Stone, because Sapphire Medallion in late in the game is just a stupid artifact on the battlefield that does nothing. At least with Mind Stone, I can sacrifice it to draw cards. This is gonna be our ether vial of the show today. Also want to try out Unable to Scream. Unfortunately, Dismember has better synergy with Mind Stone, because you go turn 2 Mind Stone and can still interact with your opponent. You can't do that with Unable to Scream. But Unable to Scream, I can pitch to Force of Negation. I can pitch to Subtlety in the event that this card ends up being bad. There are some other disadvantages to Unable to Scream, like you can't interact with a dashed Ragavan or anything coming at you at instant speed. But like I'm willing to try it out in a deck that's actually trying to use up their resources by pitching things away anyway. And I just want to throw in some Blast Zones. I'm looking at you, Prowess. I'm looking at you, Boros Energy. Just a few. Just see what happens. Okay, with that, that's our deck list. Let's get into our league. We lost the die roll. That being said, I think our hand is keepable. I think. I have a play on turn 1, if I'm allowed to play anything on turn 1. We got a turn 2 Mind Stone, which, I don't know, it might do something, it might not do anything. Force of Negation up against a blue-red deck, which could be, I don't know what, but it's blue. Let's keep the Force of Negation on top. And, so one of these random cards can be thrown into the dumpster at some point. It's blue. I don't trust blue. Oh, Ledger Shredder. I haven't seen you in many a moon. Okay, well, we're going to instantly turn you into nothing. I guess I'll play my Pluto Delta and pass. I'm going to keep the Umar Wizard in our hand. Could end up being something that we actually throw into our opponent. We can ramp into it with the Mind Stone. Another Ledger Shredder. Okay. And you're going to bolt me. Next turn I might just slam a Sveloon. Throws another Ledger Shredder away. That's fine. That's fair. Attacking for 2 does nothing. But you know what? Maybe it's a sign of strength. Okay, let's get the other underground sewers in play. I have to admit, surveilling is nice. Surveilling is nice. Do I need more lands? Honestly, I probably do. And you know what? Maybe there's a slight chance my opponent's playing Blood Moon. My opponent says, I got a full house. We call that 3 birds back at home. Looks like 3 of a kind to me. Unless our opponent has the second lightning bolt in hand. Which could be a thing. Okay, what are my options? My other option is I go... Oh, my opponent says they're holding 2 expressive iterations. Well, that sucks for me. Okay, we have a few options. We go Sfeilun this turn, and I pitch Umara Wizard to the Force Negation and hit the expressive iteration. Or we go Mind Stone into Quantum Riddler, draw a random card. Or, do you know what? They're tapped out. Let's just go for Sfeilun here. It's okay. Opponent says, I'm bringing the full house on you. Okay, then. Okay, bring it. Corey Steelcutter, I definitely have to counter that. That has wrecked me many, many, many a time. You know, actually, this Ledger Shredder can get so big. Well, I mean, I do have an Otawara here, so I could be very careful with my hand. Do have an Otawara, and, oh, I'm going to get hit. And I can bounce the Ledger Shredder at the appropriate time. But not before I start attacking for a few turns. I just noticed that Sfeilun and Quantum Riddler, they're sort of a non-bow. So I could go Mind Stone, play Misty Rainforest, play Quantum Riddler. Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense. And then we get to draw... Oops, hold on, cancel. We'll draw 2 cards off of our Quantum Riddler. Well, that's not good. That was an accident. I didn't mean to do that. It's been many a moon since I've played against a Ledger Shredder. We drew a Subtlety, which is quite pleasant. I don't mind that at all. Okay, let's attack for 3. Draw another card. Consigned Memory is A-okay with me. Opponent blocks. Putting more stuff into the bin. For things I don't know what my opponent wants to do. Oh, well, we actually can consign this, right? So we might as well. Why not? I got a Quantum Riddler on the battlefield. I guess my concern would be then, what is it, Unholy Heat? A card that almost nobody plays anymore. Like literally almost nobody plays. But they might, because that's like the thing that is played in this type of deck. Oh, Flow State. Why not? Why not bring back blue-red? I actually have no idea what's going on right now in Mono. Oh, there is the Unholy Heat. So this is going to trigger... well, it's not... I shouldn't really speak from like I'm losing. We're not in too bad of a shape yet. I'm going to get hit for 5, but I can bounce the Ledger Shredder back to hand. We can Subtlety it back when it tries to come back to the battlefield. Attack for 3. And remember, the Otawara only costs 3 for us. You want to Unholy Heat this, too. But that's rude. That is very rude. Okay, this thing... So Unholy Heat is going to smoke the Sfeilun. I don't quite have the mana that I want to do the things that I want. I can get hit for 6, go to 1. That seems super ultra dangerous. Might just be what I have to do. Alternatively, we just bounce this. I like play Mind Stone. I bounce this thing. They'll replay it with probably another card for the turn, and then we just figure it out from there. Because I don't want to throw away like Subtlety and Sfeilun for nothing here. Okay, let's just pass the turn. It's also a situation where maybe they'll try to play 2 spells here. Which is almost certainly going to be the case. Okay, they go flow state. How does it look at the top 3 cards? Put 1 in hand, rest on the bottom of your library in any order. If there's an instant... What is it? If there's an instant and a sorcery card in your graveyard, instead put 2 of them into your hand, the rest on the bottom. Okay. So I'm going to get hit by bolt. I'm bolted. Okay, this is actually working out quite well. Because our opponent only has 1 mana up. So if in fact they have no more mana, Otawara bounces back this thing back to hand. And then we can like subtlety it on the way back. Next turn. If we're allowed to. Okay, land. Okay, we do get a land. It is awkward, though. How many lightning bolts have we gotten through? 2? Super awkward. I believe there's 1 more island left in my deck. I'm pretty sure. Not 100% sure. I'm pretty sure. Corey Steelcutter. Cannot interact with that. Unholy Heat on my Svelune. Also very rude. Damn, like, how is it like the one time I play a deck that has 4 toughness or larger, I'm up against a deck that can deal like 6 damage? Yeah, I'll just concede because I have to chump block with my subtlety. Too bad, so sad. All right, well that was awful. Damping, I don't know if Damping Sphere does a whole lot. I wish it did something. Unlicensed Hearse probably does a little bit. It can keep Unholy Heats at bay, and also maybe Flow State at bay. Engineered Explosives looks very good. That's about it. Let's take out... I definitely want the Essence Flux. I definitely want the Slip Out the Back and the Unable Screams. Unable to Scream and Engineered Explosives might end up being a Nombo, but that's okay. Oh, Harbinger of the Seas looks very poor in this matchup. Looks downright horrible. Consigned Memory is probably also very weak. In fact, let's get rid of all of them. I'll play with... Oh no, I can play with Mystical Dispute. Much better than Counterspell. Maybe slightly better than Force of Negation. Yeah. Well, let's play this. Let's play this, see what happens. Can't complain about not curving out. I most certainly curved out that game. It's not a very interactive hand. It's very clunky. 2 Blast Zones. Okay, I'll keep it. Start off. I have an Undercity Sewer, so maybe it can help us curve out a little bit. Slip out the back. I don't even have the mana to play this thing, unfortunately. I'll put it into the graveyard. Yeah, with all these blast zones, too many blast zones. I would hard cast my Svelune and have 2 brown. I'd have a brown mana left over. Dragon Race Chandler, perfect. For my blast zone, which they don't need to see right now. So if I go land, or maybe I want to go Umara Wizard. No, I think I want to pitch the Umara Wizard to Force of Negation at some point. So we'll just go land Svelune. Because they'll play like Expressive Iteration or Flow State or something. I'll force and negate it. Hopefully. And we can pitch the Umara Wizard to it. Oh, Corey Steelcutter. That's even worse. Oh, I should have let that resolve. It's like I'm playing against a deck from 3 years ago. They have something really nice on top of their deck. They don't want to get rid of it. Wow. Do you know what? A long time ago, no one would have done that against me. Attack into 2 blue mana. Because that could only mean one thing. Could only mean one thing. And that was like Merfolk Trickster, but people aren't afraid of Trickster anymore, I guess. Okay, here's expressive iteration. Which means... Uh-oh. Okay, that's not good. So now, what's it called? Unholy Heat can kill my Svelune. Delirium Online. Okay, Delirium Online, but it seems to be offline. Okay, I have Unable to Scream in my hand. If I play it, it's like weak to Blast Zone, sort of. Okay, I'm going to attack for 3 first. Let's see if we can attack for 3, if we can get a card out of this. Got Engineer Explosives? Okay, so I have answers to a lot of 2-drops and 1-drops at the moment. I don't need to play anything, though. So my only concern here is I've got Champions of the Shoal. I have to... My concern with Champions of the Shoal is my opponent has 1 mana up, and if they play a sort of game of... how do I put it? If they have Mystical Dispute, they'll counter it, and I'll lose my Svelune for nothing. So that's not good. Let's play Blast Zone and just pass. In fact, I might even want to activate a Blast Zone right now. Let's pay 3, and I don't want to give my opponent an opportunity. Yeah, I'll just do it now. Okay, they're sacrificing all the lands. Oh, we're going to play Blood Moon? Or what are we playing here? Oh, we are playing Blood Moon. Okay, so the good news here is I still have a pretty functional hand despite all this. And my Engineered Explosives still crack for 2. I suspected they might have Blood Moon in their deck. But 1 blue mana is still not does not make me particularly happy. Two islands would be better. We have an Otawara, which we can play. I think we're just going to play a champion. Because our opponent is tapped out right now. And we'll get rid of his Svelune. Hopefully this just puts a lot of pressure on our opponent. Because like whatever they play now is just going to be, hopefully, roadblock, is immediately dealt with a Champion of the Shoal. Okay, if they're just cantripping it up turn after turn, this looks pretty good for us this game. They did find an Unholy Heat. So Unholy Heat can kill something. Kill Svelune. I'm gonna flow state, go get 2 cards. Maybe best thing for me is just to draw random Merfolk to play Champions of the Shoal while my opponent is tapped out. Don't draw a random Merfolk, I draw a random removal. And probably with this random removal, I should play it. Let's just get prepared for something that's going to get played. We're just preparing ahead of time here. I think there's more 2-drops than 1-drops. I think. I don't know, there could be Ragavan in this deck, for all I know. How many Unholy Heats can there be left? I guess 3? They're digging. Guess this is going to be another flow state. Or a Murktide. Murktide's not a big deal because we've got, yeah, okay, it's a Murktide. Pretty big Murktide. Ooh, a Dragonrage Chandler. Which is fine too. It's perfectly fine. So we can't play Sink into Stupor. So I can attack. I think we are incentivized to close this game out like fast. Like fast. So we'll play a Engineer Explosives on 1. We'll clear the board. By clear the board, I mean just remove that 1 creature in front of us. We'll attack, tap down, Murktide Regent, put our opponent under a lot of pressure to find, basically, they have to find 2 creatures. And they have to find 2 creatures and super fast. Oh, I should have probably played the Sink into Stupor untapped so that I had it available for Engineered Explosives to crack it. And there we go. We got a Tameo. So now there's a bunch of these stupid little tiny dinks that I have to deal with here. I don't get a Merfolk. Slip out the back is okay. So I'm going to attack with the champion. You chump block. Sure. Oh, wait a minute. Can I win? Oh, no, I can't win. Engineer Explosives. I don't have a way of... Oh, no, hold on. Maybe I can win. I can phase a creature out. Maybe I can win here. With some stupid shenanigans. Because I can still... Can I phase you out? Or is this going to get countered by a Force of Negation? My opponent says, this Merfolk is messing me up. Well, it's the champion. You know, this guy didn't come second place. No one who came second place was called a champion. I liked our strategy. I liked our interaction. We're just going to click it back. It was a good strategy. My opponent says that Merfolk was messing them up, but the truth be told, They have this is literally like the one deck that has like a red answer to this thing. I should say a clean red answer with Unholy Heat. Otherwise, you have to chain a bunch of energy with the other card. I don't like this hand on the draw. It's like not interactive at all. I do have a Champions of the Shoal. In fact, I turn 3 Champions of the Shoal. But it's basically also saying my opponent can do whatever they want for the first 2 turns. I'm not doing anything for the first few turns. I also need a Merfolk in the first 3 draw steps. Is that Merfolk coming? Oh, maybe, because we do have Pluto Delta. Okay, I'm going to keep. We do have Pluto Delta. Pluto Delta means we can draw a Survey land. Or we're going to fetch a Survey land. Can only imagine this is Dragon. Oh, it's preordained. Okay, that's good. It's very good for us. Looks also that our opponent mulliganed, which is great. Every card matters in this matchup. First negation is okay. Okay, pass. Ledger Shredder. Okay, I can't do anything about this card. This turn. It's already conniving. Would you like to discard something good? You do. A Murktide Regent. That's a pretty good card. It's a really good card. Okay, we're going to crack. We actually should maybe be getting islands with this card. How are they playing their mana base right now? Okay, I'm going to be greedy once. Oh, also, I have the Force Negation, I suppose. Blast Zone. That's okay. We'll put that in the graveyard. Cavern of Souls is probably more valuable than Blast Zone at the moment. Oh, we got an island. That being said, I'm still going to go get an island. Yeah, we'll play our Mind Stone. And maybe we can get a turn 4 Champions of the Shoal. If we draw... Merfolk. If not, like, we can play a little bit patient here. Just empty our hand, Otawara this dummy back to hand, and then figure something out later. That's not bad. That is not bad at all. So we just, like, are we just going to go draw go for a little while? I sort of don't want to. You know what, opponent? I sort of don't want to. Am I allowed to play this card? Again, they could have things and stuff. I'm going to play this Mind Stone. We're going to just hard cast this Quantum Riddler. Maybe. We maybe hard cast this Quantum Riddler. I don't know what they have in their hand. What do you got, opponent? What do you got? Well... I guess what I should do is fetch, surveil, then play Quantum Riddler, so I can draw the card that I put on top. Slip out the back is interesting. Oh, it's very interesting. I wouldn't want to play it immediately, though. That's the problem. Maybe I still keep it, though. Okay, I put on top. Do I want to play Quantum Riddler? I think I will. Still draw that card. But I don't think I'm going to play it this turn. I'm just going to let the Riddler go bye-bye. Bye-bye, Riddler. I deal with you. I'll bring you back later. Okay, good. Oh, my Riddler's here. I'm playing Drago for a little while. It looks like we got a lot of counterspells. It looks like they've got Mystical Dispute. So I need a lot of mana to recast this Quantum Riddler. That is fine. I also need a Merfolk for this Champions of the Shoal. Wouldn't mind getting that anytime soon. I'm also running out of lands to get with this Polluted Delta, but I can just get an island. I think I can just get one island. Oh, there's 2 islands in my deck. I upped the number of islands. Okay, Essence Flux now. 5. So I could try to cast it, and if there's several Mystical Disputes... Oh, man. I really don't want to throw this Otawara away. I sort of need to play the Otawara to get around the... There's Delirium here, right? Land, sorcery, creature, artifact, 100%. Alright, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it. Quantum Riddler. Oh, did you just have simple counterspell? Okay, that's fair. So in this case, I'm gonna lose this counter war horribly. But that's one less counterspell for our Champions of the Shoal in the future. I knew it. You didn't think I knew? It didn't know? I knew. Okay, now we are in a bit of a pickle here, because we have now tapped out, and so it gives them like full. How do I put it? They can freely just do whatever they want. They felt like they were ahead with their Ledger Shredder. They're like marginally correct. Funny enough, with their hand, they could win a counter war pretty easily. They just didn't know it. Okay. Merfolk. Any Merfolk? Not really a Merfolk, Subtlety. You're like an honorary Merfolk. Okay, I also have Mind Stones. Let's not forget about that. Mind Stones are good. Mind Stones are effectively extra cards. These are like Ether Vials that I can sacrifice to get other stuff. Okay, I need to block stuff. Let's attempt to block some things. Damn, this deck had a lot of counterspells. Okay, I lose. Alright, good games. I think I could have played a lot... Well, yeah, I guess I could have played a lot better. I think I pretty correctly understood what was in our opponent's hand. That they were they had counterspell. Well, they had at least Mystical Dispute, and I guess they drew into some more threats. We looked like we were on the control route, but and I blinked first. Could have helped a lot, though. The game could have changed a lot if we had just drawn a Merfolk when we really, really, really needed it. Maybe that was more important than putting a Slip Out the Back on top of our deck. Although I have to admit, we did side out some Merfolk. We sided out the Harbinger of the Seas, so Merfolk were not available this game. Also, you know what? I don't think our opponent showed a single mountain in this entire match. Do they even have a mountain? If they don't have a mountain, then taking Harbinger of the Seas out of the deck was a mistake, and I actually should keep it in the deck to like just completely disable their red mana. Anyway, that was I'm pretty satisfied with how the match went, because usually this is a pretty tough matchup. Depending on the version that I play. Okay, that was round 1. Let's move on to round 2. Round 2, we lost the die roll. We have a 1-lander. I'm going to mulligan. It's better. I'll keep it. I guess we'll toss our... Looks like I'm just going to curve out completely, aren't I? I'm going to curve out completely, aren't I? Let's get rid of the island. Opponent says, "You too, Fishman." After saying, "Hi, good luck." Opponent shows the Devour of Destiny, which means this Blast Zone is going to be pretty useless. In fact, everything in this hand is going to be pretty useless. I am looking forward to games 2 and 3. This is especially a matchup I don't... Man, the winning the die roll is just so punishing in a lot of these matchups. Being on the draw versus Eldrazi is just ridiculous. It's just completely ridiculous. They can go like turn 2 Thought-Knot Seer quite easily and comfortably, as if it's nothing. Playing Scalding Tarn? What does that mean? Sink it super. Put that in the graveyard. Don't need that. We have a Consign, so we can go Quantum Riddler Consign next turn. Deal. Also, we're up against a colorless deck, so maybe I actually want to consign whatever they do. That might also be a plan. Breeding Pool. They want to scry and put a spawn token into play, sure. That feels like... it's either a sign of weakness or a sign of strength. Either they're like super choked on mana and they desperately need to find more lands to curve out, plus they really need this spawn token, or they've got like a bunch of Kozilek commands in hand and like they could easily spare it and it just doesn't matter. I will lean on countering both of these, I guess. But I mean, of course, they're like super far ahead compared to us. Or are they? That was a good draw. Okay, let's play Blast Zone. Let's play Harbinger of the Seas. Alright, so now you have only 1 colorless mana up instead of a lot. But I guess they can use the blue mana somehow. They are playing blue in this deck. One says, that doesn't seem good for me. As they play Yggdrasil Rebirth Engine. Enters, exile all creature cards from your graveyard. Tap, exile the top 3 cards of your library. Pay 4, tap, put a creature card exiled with this thing onto the battlefield under your control. It gains haste until end of turn. Okay, so you can like basically play your cards. You can play your Sowing Mycospawn. In theory. Force Negation. Right on time, Force Negation. Really appreciate it. Not. I don't even know what I want to do here. So this is just when you cast... Well, no, this is useless when you cast it. Put a creature card, exile it, gains haste. It's okay, I don't care about that. Do I just pass, hold up Subtlety? Or do I put... I think we put the pressure on our opponent. I have to play assuming they're paralyzed a little bit. And if they do one thing or another, I do have Force Negation or Subtlety. Oh, you can put a Null Drifter in play. Aren't these all cast triggers, though? Through the Breach? What in the hell are you trying to do in this deck? Okay, so I really have to put the pressure on my opponent. And quickly. Oh, this thing has Annihilator to 1, which is annoying. Okay, we can sacrifice our Blast Zone, which doesn't matter. Okay, I have a legendary card. I can bounce this stupid card back. I'm winning the race, so to say. And yeah, I better do that while I can. Well, how did this work? Pay, oh, you can tap it, put the top 3 cards. So these cards are useless right now. So all I have to do is bounce this thing. But this thing keeps putting stuff in play. Oh, there's a mountain in play too. This game is just getting more complicated. It's getting a lot more complicated for no reason. Okay, I'm just going to bounce the stupid card. Keep sacking lands for a little while. I have a high enough life total. Cast the spell, you draw 2 cards. You're evoking this thing. That's fair. How did this thing get cast? It's 7. Oh, you're evoking it. So now that our hand is like somewhat empty, when we play the Quantum Riddler, we'll draw a few extra cards. And I don't know what they did. They're playing the Vexing Bauble now. They pulled the Null Drifter on the bottom. Okay, Vexing Bauble resolves. I'm not going to be allowed to draw as many cards as I used to. Oh, I don't need to play the Warp. I can just cast this card. Full retail. We draw 2 cards. We draw a Champion of the Shoal. This looks fantastic. And we're just going to pass. So I guess the idea is they want to Through the Breach and Emrakul or something. Are they like really close to that? Because we saw Through the Breach a little bit earlier. If our opponent plays Through the Breach, we're probably dead. We're probably dead. No lies. That's not going to be good for us at all. Kozilek's command, but you can't kill off any of my stuff because they're too big. It's great news. So you're going to make some dorks, and you're going to scry. Ugin's Labyrinth. Force of Negation, which looks sort of important. Okay, so we can play Champion, tap down Null Drifter, swing with everything. We're attacking for 9. Our opponent can take all of it, but we can die. Huh. We attack with Sveilund, we would draw 2 cards because of Quantum Riddler. We can die to an Emrakul. We can die to a Through the Breach Emrakul. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is not great. Our opponent could also maybe cast the Mindslaver Emrakul, which also would not be great. A lot of bad things can happen. Damn you, Vexing Bauble, you're being annoying. Okay, well, I can't play around too much stuff. Just gonna have to play Champions of the Shoal here. If they threw the Breach and Emrakul in play, well, that's just great. I mean, one of them got exiled with the artifact, so that's good news. Null Drifter gets disabled. Attack with everything. Draw a bunch of Mind Stones, which did not really participate for me in this game. Yeah, you can take all of it. It's probably in your best interest. My Svelune, by the way, does have Indestructible now. I have 2 Merfolk on the battlefield. But they have a lot of mana this turn. Okay, they have 5, 6, 7, 8. They got a lot of mana. A lot of good cards. Being at 1 life is not 0 life. Being at 1 is not 0. And here come the Eldrazi's. Something big is getting played. Okay, that is fine and fair. Target player creates a bunch of tokens, and you're scrying a bunch. Okay, so you get 5. So you have Bupkis right now. Oh, you're just looking... Okay, you're still looking for the Through the Breach. That's the whole play. So you play this whole thing to go look for the Through the Breach so you can play your Emrakul. And that artifact was like effectively a second Through the Breach for specifically Emrakul, I'm assuming. Okay, they didn't find the Emrakul. They didn't find the Through the Breach, or they didn't find the Emrakul. Probably they didn't find the Through the Breach, because they could probably Through the Breach some other crap into play. Okay, what am I going to do against... Okay, Damping Sphere helps a little bit, I guess. Does he even help? It was like a bunch of regular lands, to be honest. And they have Vexing Bauble, which also sort of screws my deck. Engineered Explosives might be fine to clear up some Scions. Consigned Memory is definitely good. Okay, what is bad? Unable to Scream seems terrible. Maybe that can be replaced with Damping Sphere. I might just want counter spells. Force Negation I can shave. Subtlety maybe I can shave. Play some counter spells for Through the Breach and that wild artifact that they have. I'm not even bringing in the full Damping Sphere because it's not even clear that it even helps me. It will, like, make some of their dual lands clunky. Some. Well, Harbinger of the Seas did really good last game, so I'm going to really bank that Harbinger of the Seas does something good for me this game too. That being said, our opponent could play far smarter. Okay, that's fine. By just getting basic lands. That basic land is not particularly useful, though. Quantum Riddler, let's spawn the graveyard. Well, it's the only thing I can do on turn 2. It's okay. I don't need to do anything on turn 2. I can just go get another Undercity Sewers. They have no colorless mana. Okay, I was gonna say they have no colorless mana. I'm good. I'm in good shape. I was in good shape for a second. Why are they getting all these non-basic lands? Should be getting basics. Basics. Did you learn nothing? Did you learn nothing from the first game? I don't need Omara Wizard. Sorry, Omara. I like Yaramara, but not that much. Okay, we're gonna play our Harbinger of the Seas, and I just don't even care what you do. Bunch of island deck versus another bunch of island deck. Would not be surprised to see the Vexing Bauble get sacrificed here. Oh, that works. Okay, so colorless mana online, green mana online, a lot of stuff online. This is Kozilek's return. It's a lot of trouble for me if I just play Harbinger of the Seas into it, so I should not do that. We'll play Champions of the Shoal first. Get rid of Sveilun. Gonna hedge my bets. Well, I guess I could have attacked first, see if they kill my Harbinger of the Sea. Okay, they did not. Okay, Through the Breach resolves. Emrakul this time. Oh, Kozilek. Annihilator 4. Well then. I choose all my lands. And I choose to go to a very small life total. You do have to lose your Kozilek, and they're empty-handed. Okay, the race is on. Did I target anything? Did it hit anything? I didn't know I could click through something like that. All right, that was silly. And also very unfortunate. Fortunately, I am at 4 life, so I won't go to 0. Just have to hope my opponent doesn't have Lightning Bolt. Sire of 7 deaths. Oh, that's great. Sort of. I guess we'll get rid of Harbinger of the Seas. You got rid of your Vexing Bauble. That was your mistake. Although this thing's coming back. I need another Subtlety. Or a Counterspell or something. Counterspell? That's a Champions of the Shoal. Okay, let's attack again. Okay, this time you definitely don't come back. Ugh, what was the penalty? I have to pay like 7 life or something stupid like that? And was it 7 generic mana? First strike, vigilance, menace, trample. Yeah, pay 7 life. Well, I don't know what I'm going to do about it now. I guess I die, I guess. Okay. Do I want to change anything? Maybe Unable to Scream is better than I think. Because I could put on with the Sire of... If they're hard casting, Sire of 7 Deaths. Maybe that 4/4 Annihilator is annoying. Okay, that's actually might be it might be more important than Damping Sphere. But Unable to Scream back in the deck. There appears to be these really, really, really annoying threats that have resolved. Okay, I get to go first though, which is great. We do have Harbinger of the Seas again. Much to my pleasure. Go Harbinger of the Seas. Commercial district to scry what? Something good on top of the deck. Yeah, I can do the same thing. Subtlety, huh? I'm gonna live without you for now. Guess we'll put... I'll put Misty Rainforest. So I plan to play Harbinger of the Seas next turn. And if our opponent doesn't play... So if they play something important, particularly if they like put a Mana Rock in play, I will counterspell it. If they don't put a Mana Rock in play, I will go to Geo Surveillant. Mind Stone. I like that card. I think I'm going to dump it, though. Yeah, I think I'm going to dump it. Subtlety again. Okay, so given the circumstances, I'm going to pass the turn. I'm going to wait for a spot where I can play Harbinger of the Seas and back it up with Slip Out the Back, which would be next turn. Okay, they got a forest. I just don't want to play our Harbinger of the Seas out into some sort of removal. I honestly don't even know if they have removal. They could have no removal for all I know. Both of us keep playing very slow. Well, now all of a sudden I'm very paranoid. Like if they're doing nothing here and just playing Eldrazi Temple Pass, they have Kozilek's command, which means they're going to make a few tokens, draw, and then through the breach me, which means I have to have Counterspell up now. Oh no, I don't. I'll get the red off with the Commercial District. Yeah, okay, that's fine. The red will be off. There will be no more red mana. At least not this turn. Oh, they did nothing. Complete nothing. That's great. Null Drifter. Resolves. Just gonna get evoked. And we're gonna say goodbye to you, Null Drifter. We're gonna say goodbye to you. Another Harbinger of the Seas. What do I want to do here? If they threw the breach like a creature in play, I could slip it out the back. That would be just so funny. But not funny for like the multiple following turns after that. But, you know, depending what happens. Okay, I'm going to just play a Svelune. So we get some pressure going. If they play Sowing Miko Spawn, I can subtlety it. Okay, here's the Through the Breach. They had the mountain the entire time. Kozilek, haste. So am I just going to sack 4 things? On the other hand, this is so unfortunately, I don't have a way to bounce this. I would if I could. Oh damn! You know the way my hand is. Okay, I made a big mistake. I should not have played Svelune because I had the option to play at instant speed with subtlety. I didn't even notice that with my hand, so I could just pass the turn, hold up subtlety, and then if something like this happened, I play a counterspell. Okay, now that we're in this spot, I'm gonna slip out the back this Kozilek. As funny as this is, so you get to keep a Kozilek. It'll be a 13/13 when it comes back, but I don't lose my board. Yet. Gives me an opportunity to put more stuff into play. Or maybe even tempo out the Kozilek. Okay, we need to get more permanence in play. More permanence. It's not a lot of permanence! That is not a lot of permanence. I guess next order of business is just play Quantum Riddler. Yeah. Just gonna hardcast this thing. Draw a card. Honestly, these are the best things we could draw. So we have access to Force Negation. Oh, sorry, you guys can't see the card viewer. We have access to Force Negation and Subtlety, so I'll just take a 13-13 hit. Oh no, but I'm not attacking for lethal next turn. I still need to deal with this. Get rid of a Harbinger of the Seas. We need to find another slip out the back. I don't have enough slip out the backs at the moment. Or I guess I could have also sacrificed maybe the Sveloon to hope that I draw what's it called? Sink into Stupor. Okay, I'll tell you what we're gonna do. And it's very ugly. Tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna draw a lot of cards. I think. Oh, you know what I could have done at end of turn? Okay, I made a few mistakes. I could have at end of turn just played the subtlety, get rid of the counterspell. I have one card in hand, so I could draw 2 cards. Anyway, so right now I'm gonna fix my mistake. I'm gonna play the subtlety for nothing. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, we need to find another slip out the back. Come on, Sveloon, find me something. Oh man, that's a good card. That would have been a great card. All right, well, it didn't work out this game. Good games. I don't know what to say about this match. I could, I think the match was in the bag. I just had to pass the turn, and when they play through the breach, I just counterspell it. And I know they have another through the breach in the future, but I think we, do we tempo? I would get 2 extra damage in before the next through the breach. But I would have an extra turn to put like another land into play. It would have been very, very different. But anyway, not really familiar with this deck. It's very new to me. That was round 2. Let's move on to round 3. We won the die roll for round 3. Love it. I'm gonna keep this hand. We have Undercity Sewer to Unable to Scream into another Undercity Sewer, into a beautiful Harbinger of the Seas, into a beautiful Champions of the Shoal. Beautiful, beautiful cards to see. My opponent says good luck, but they're thinking very hard about their turn. Their opening hand's very, very difficult. Maybe they have to mulligan. Maybe they have to mulligan several times. They did, actually. They double mulliganed. If we can't win this, we are pathetic. Super pathetic. Sveloon looks good. We'll put it on top. Either we'll play Sveloon or dump her for Champions of the Shoal eventually, when the time comes. Another red deck. I should say another blue-red deck. Pluto Delta. I'll also keep that. Just guarantees that we can play Champions of the Shoal on curve, if necessary. Another Spire Bluff Canal. Weapons manufacturing. Whenever a non-token artifact you control enters. Okay, so this is like affinity. So we'll pitch Unable to Scream. Play Harbinger of the Seas. Hopefully that's good enough. Hopefully. May not do anything. But at least shut off all the red cards. Oh, damn. I was just hoping it would not consider that I've clicked it. That's okay. So we'll just play our Harbinger of the Season pass. So the red cards are offline. Plenty of blue cards, though. Plenty of blue cards. There's the Claws of Gix. There's the Turtle on the way. EE on 0. I don't think they have enough mana. Can they play the turtle? Do they have enough? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, well, I'll be damned. They do have enough. Okay, it's turtle time. So we have to race the turtle. Another harbinger. I will start. What is this? Ward 4? Oh, it's actually not impossible to pay it. Fascinatingly enough. We'll get rid of the second Harbinger of the Seas here. Because we'll actually have 4 mana. I can't believe it! I can actually beat a Kappa Cannoneer for the first time in my life. We can do this every turn. Okay, this one will get countered, but nothing I can do about that. I would not like to pay 4 right now. I can't afford it. But you know what? I'm going to get to work. I'm going to save up my money. I'm going to put in my savings account. And I'll be able to pay that ward 4 one day. I'm telling you, I'm going to do it. I'll work 2 shifts if I have to. I'll get a second job. But that Kappa Cannoneer is going down. It'd be hilarious that the deck I beat today would be Affinity of all things. Getting your 5 damage. You should attack! There's nothing wrong with that attack. I have a Mind Stone. Not that I can pay for it. Right, we're going to tap you down. Tappy tappy. I would love to pay for that ward 4. It's amazing. And I have, what, a 4-turn clock? What in the hell is this? Okay, so I get my Harbinger of the Seas back. So I would like to get a land so I can play Mind Stone and cast my Champions of the Shoal on the same turn. Anyway, they're just delaying the inevitable here. Don't get a land. It's okay. Just replay the champion. Whoops. They didn't know about Svelun. That was hidden information. It's okay. This game's just I'm tapping. The thing is, I'm going to be tapping out like every single turn anyway to deal with this stupid Kappa Cannoneer. Tormod's Crypt, which is useless. Yeah, you run again, 6 damage. 6 damage is 6 damage. It's not completely useless. Hey yo. I drew another Svelun anyway. Very poetic. We're always paying for this damn thing. I heard you like counters, Kappa Cannoneer. I will collect the stun counter. Don't you love the stun counter? Now at this point, I don't even want to play the Mind Stone, because if my opponent has a counter spell in hand, it will ruin me. Okay, let's see. Can they draw anything that can put creatures on the board? Otherwise, well, they're not dead, actually. They can sack 3 artifacts to the Closet Gix, go to 7 life, go down, and then I attack, they go down to 1. Ooh, Arcbound Ravager. What can that do? On the turn, that's almost lethal. I can tap it down. Force my opponent to sack the board. I think. We'll see. Actually, I can cast Champions of the Shoal to tap down Arcbound Ravager, then threaten to attack. How many artifacts need to be 3 artifacts need to be sacrificed to the Claws of Gix. So nothing can be sacrificed to the Arcbound Ravager. That sounds about fine. I'll get rid of the other Harbinger of the Sea here. I guess nothing changed between me casting the Champions of the Shoal and not. We'll just put another stun counter on you. Got extra stun counters. Okay, start gaining some life or start going to game 2. Okay, gain 1 life. Who is getting sacrificed there? How did the Did a fiery outlet get sacrificed? Huh? Oh, it's Saka permanent. Oh, I misunderstood this card. Good God. So what can happen here? 1, 2, 3 for 10. No, it's still off by a bit. But I most certainly did not take into account the Claws of Gix could sack anything. Okay, is this going to be enough? Cast an artifact. It's going to be really close. Or I'm just dead. Oh, and I'm stupid. I have a subtlety in my hand. I could have subtletied the Pinnacle Emissary. So now everything gets sacked to the Arcbound Ravager, and then I'm dead. Okay, well this is just dumb. Also very, very unfortunate. Next. That's how it would work, right? I'm pretty sure that's how it would work. My Arcbound Ravager wasn't disabled. Okay, next we will... How would that game play out differently then? I just attack with Arcbound. I just attack with my thing. I missed that Claws of Gix can sack any permanent. I thought my opponent had to sacrifice their artifacts. Was there... I would have to look that back. Sadly, these matches today require like a little bit more tight play than I'm showing, and I'm just fumbling like winning games. Damping Sphere is not going to do anything in this match. Engineer Explosives will to clear up zero mana cards. Counterspell is not that great. I brought in all the Mystical Disputes. We'll take out the clunkier counterspells. Subtlety is fine. Slip out of the back probably isn't that good. Enabled Scream is borderline useless. Consigned Memory is not that good. It's okay. I'm not in love with it. Probably gonna get rid of it though. Like it counters... The problem is the most important cards in the deck from our opponent are not colorless. They're just not. Things like Cappa Cannoneer and the Pinnacle Emissary, the Pinnacle Emissary, their Red Enchantment. Like none of the key cards are actually colorless. The colorless stuff is just a random, stupid 0 mana artifacts that we can basically ignore. Maybe just get rid of Essence Flux, guys. I don't really expect... I'll keep it because you can still counter those random colorless artifacts. It's better than them not. It's better than them having them. Love to go first. Honestly, Harbinger of the Seas is not supposed to be that good in this matchup. I'm gonna keep this hand. Dump his Feilun. We already have one. Don't really feel like we need a second one. Okay, that being said, we do have the engineered explosives, so if they like go wild and just throw everything on the battlefield, that's fine. Then we just crack everything for 0. Ooh, Mox Opal can add mana. I screwed that up. that could have been worth. That thing could have been worth forcing because that's the only thing that could add mana for a Kappa Cannoneer. It's a hard thing to want to force though. It's a very, very, very difficult thing to force, especially since you have the engineered explosive already in your hand. Okay, so this comes down. This is like another game where we want to draw into a what's it called? Dude, this thing even needs to tap? It doesn't. Damn, and our opponent would be left with like borderline nothing. Okay, fortunately the Mox Opal is still offline. The red man is going to be offline soon. Well, not guaranteed. This Mind Stone's actually pretty clunky in this league so far. If there's one thing that it's teaching me, it's like just a really clunky card. We've never really had the opportunity, or like there's never been a moment where like I wanted to play this thing on turn 2 if I had the opportunity. Like Modern is just stupid fast. Okay, I think this is the last moment, our last opportunity to draw a Champions of the Shoal. Champions would save us. Amara, you're not gonna do it. I don't think you're gonna do it, Amara. Do I have Slip out the back in this deck? It's funny. Unable to Scream actually would work, stupidly enough. Huh. Okay. We're gonna play Sync. I guess we play the Mind Stone into Sfealoon. And then we threaten to block our opponent if they don't have an artifact in hand, which is that's hoping for a lot. But if they don't have an artifact in hand, then they don't have unblockable. If they don't have unblockable, we can block it. Oh, that's funny. Actually, Consign to Memory can counter the blocking trigger. How many Consign to Memories do we still have in the deck? We have all of them. I'll block you. I'll do it. You don't think I won't do it? Okay, well, I have no choice but to counter this thing. That is way too dangerous. Way, 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 way too dangerous. I don't know what their dilemma is. If they have an artifact, I would like wind slam that thing on the battlefield immediately. There's like nothing. There's nothing to lose. It's not like I'm gonna counterattack you for victory next turn. So I guess they just don't have. I guess they just don't have another artifact. And the funny thing is, if Kappa Cannoneer attacks, and I double block, like it can only kill one creature, so it's like it's a bad trade. Okay, maybe this is what's in hand. Well, now you have. Oh no, you can't activate a Mox Opal in response to the legend roll. But I would snap do this. That's not even a close decision. Yeah, just obviously play the artifact and then go in. That's also a bit weird. Could attack. Oh, I guess no. I had 2 cards in hand. Yeah, I could counter this just like I countered the other thing. Okay, Svelune. Let's attack. Do I attack with both? Maybe I just attack with one, just in case I need to play Champions of the Shoal and I need something to chump block for a turn. Sink it to Stupor. That is not good at all. I do have a Mind Stone to crack, though. Okay, let's crack the Mind Stone. First time cracking this thing. Amara Wizard. No. Oh, well. Alright. I concede. Damn. This is okay, so I'm gonna drop this league. You know, GG's to all my opponents. This is just it's not a league where the games were, I don't know about the blue-red deck, but like these are games that were just a lot closer, and if I have more experience, like I could maybe eke out these victories, and I'm just playing, I don't want to say too sloppy, but like I need to be playing tighter with this deck to eke out the victories. Maybe if I've gone this far, it's also possible I should just be going like blue-red, or maybe this, like, instead of this Mind Stone, what I play with one of those. I like the idea of Mind Stone because I can like draw a card off of it, but I have no incentive to like cast this on turn 2 because then I can't play any blue cards. So maybe instead of Mind Stone, I do like the mana. Maybe I just play with one of those taluses, like a blue-black talus or even a blue-red talus, and maybe have a, well, I don't know how much I want to splash red because red is such a committing color. Although red would not be too bad. Pyroclasm plus all these cards, this is great. I mean, Harbinger of the Seas is not in love with Pyroclasm, but I could have Pyroclasm in the sideboard and then just bring it in versus all the decks that I really need to. Although I don't know if that takes the same slot as Engineered Explosives. But maybe it's better. Or maybe it's not. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Engineered Explosives is just good as good as Pyroclasm. I'll think about it. Let me know. I'm sorry I didn't win a single match. Hey, look, they were like mostly pretty close. I had like, you know, I had how do I put it? I snatched defeat from the jaws of victory in a lot of these games. Unfortunately, my head is not in as much in Modern just because of the power. It's not so much the power level of the metagame. It's just the metagame is not very positive for like a regular traditional Merfolk deck. I should also say, I think this deck is I mean, we did not get enough data with this Mind Stone or any sort of mana ramp. It feels like a smidge clunky, like something like Quantum Riddler, or this like maybe Quantum Riddler is just not where this deck needs to be, and I just need one more Merfolk, and I don't know which one I would elect to play to, I don't know, put it the 2-drop slot, or maybe not the 3-drop. Like the thing is, I have like one too many things at 3 mana. So this is fine. This is fine. This is fine, and I can't tell. Because the best time to play Quantum Riddler is going to be on turn 2, and then you like play Slip Out the Back or Essence Flux the thing. And also, unfortunately, in this league, we didn't see the power of either of these cards becoming useful for us. Although having more Slip Out the Backs would have been useful versus that Kozilek that one game. That would have been pretty sweet. Okay, I'm going to tinker around with this, and I'm going to report back. This has been Nikachu, Merfolk Master, playing Merfolk in Modern.